back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Keisha, and this is my husband, Roy.
Rogelio Moreno.
Today is gonna be a totally different kind of video. We're gonna be doing kind of like a little story time on how we met, and we're not gonna give so much details, but you know how we ended up having a total of 4 kids. Okay, so I guess we'll start from the very beginning, and this video is not intended for kids, so please, no kids allowed. We are gonna mention a couple things that might not be for kids, so 18 and older, please. Okay, but before we begin this video, please give this video a big thumbs up. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's just get right into our story time. Okay, so right now, so for those of you that have not been following me, please do so. Also, check out my other videos. I do a lot of different type of content. Check it out, you guys. Okay, so for those of you that don't know me, I am Keisha, and this is Roy. And he also has a YouTube channel. If you guys want to go and follow him, I'll be linking his YouTube channel down in the description. He has not posted in a while, but you'll get to it. So anyways, I'm 30 right now, and he is 31. So, we met, you guys. We met, how long have we been together? Like almost 10 years? Mm-hmm. We've been together for 10 years. We're not married. We have 4 kids. And maybe later on we'll maybe get married. I don't know. Okay, so anyways, so we met when I was in 10th grade and you were in what?
4th year of 9th grade.
You guys, he flunked 9th grade like.
I didn't flunk, I dropped out.
He flunked 9th grade like I don't know how many times.
I dropped out.
Okay, anyways, so we met in high school. It was senior high school because there was 3 high schools. So I was going to senior high school, and then I ended up seeing him. But you guys, okay. So this story time is not like nothing romantic. It's not like other people's stories. It's not super romantic or anything like that. Okay. So we met when we were in ISS. For those of you that don't know what that is, you guys, ISS is basically like a little detention class, right?
Yeah, but that wasn't Juarez.
That wasn't senior. Boy, you're talking about somebody else. That wasn't me. That was not me. Okay? That wasn't me.
That wasn't Juarez.
No, that was not me. We were... Okay, before he started spilling all of his tea, we were actually in detention center. Not detention center. It was... Okay, so they call it ISS, but really it's like, you know, if you misbehave, they send you like to another class away from all the good kids. Right? Okay, so I guess one day I was in there. I think I was in there first, or you were there first.
I remember.
I don't know. I don't know. One of us was in there first, and then the other one ended up going inside that class, and then we kind of noticed, or I kind of noticed him, but not that much. So anyways.
Hold on. I noticed her noticing me first.
You're such a liar, the guy. Anyways, so after that little time, I was in ISS for a couple days. I don't know. I only saw him one time. I don't know if you were there the next days.
I don't know.
I don't remember. It was a long time ago. It was like 10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
What, 10 years ago?
More than 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was more than 10 years ago, right?
Yeah,
I think so. I don't know.
Like 15 years ago.
Boy, that wasn't me. That was 15 years ago.
Yeah, I'm 31.
Guys.
It's like 16. Okay, so
16? We're in 11th grade. We're like 7. I was 17.
Okay, so it was 13 years.
Or was I 16? I don't know. Anyways, we're getting off the subject. So anyways, I didn't really notice him that time, but then I didn't really notice him around that time, but then it was when we were outside. And you guys, for those of you that don't know me at all, I was very, very attracted to like guys with like you know, Dickies, I guess you could say, like Toleos. I wasn't into nerdies, none of that stuff, and I'm still not really at all. So that wasn't my type. My type was more like him, but as you can see, we've already changed so much. But that was the type that I was into, and I just loved like the Dickies and stuff like that. Anyways, so that's the only thing that caught my attention.
Not true.
Yeah. So one day we were walking around, like we were like skipping class, me and my friend Aisa. So I hope you see this, Aisa, because she is like the main reason why me and him actually met. So we were walking around one time, and I noticed him. I didn't know him, of course, but I noticed, you know, he was like wearing this khaki Dickie shirt. Right? What was khaki?
Khakis.
Yeah, and khakis, like a khaki Dickie shirt and some of the pants, and oh my god, guys, and then the shoes too, right?
Nike Cortez.
Yeah. So, anyways, so that's just what I was more attracted to. That's just what I liked, right?
I was just chilling. I was minding my own business, just chilling on a bench.
Whatever.
When all of a sudden they show up.
Anyways, and so I had told my friend Aisa that I thought he was like, I don't even know what I told her, that he was cute. I told her something. And my friend Aisa, she's like so daring. So she had told me, I don't know if I wanted his, I don't know, guys, it's been a long time. But I remember
everything.
I remember her saying, or going up to him, and I just texted her a couple of days ago asking her what exactly she had said.
She's lying.
She had said that, what did she say?
What she really said.
Guys, I forgot I have the text.
She walked up to me and she's like, "Hey, look, check it out. My homegirl over there, you see her? Yeah, that one." Said, she noticed you noticing her, noticing you, and she said, "You fine as hell." That's what happened. And all I said was, "Relay, that's what's up. I'm just chilling, watch that." That's what really happened.
Okay, anyway.
She's gonna tell you a made up story.
You guys, I will put the little screenshot, or I'm gonna put exactly what she said, because I wanna say exactly what she said, but I forgot. I just know that she went up to him, and you know, so more of the lines like I wanted, or I thought he was cute and stuff like that.
Pedo. That's what was going on. Quería pedo.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened. So anyways, she went up to him, and then I guess he said like right away, "Yeah, what's up? What's good?" Right? So I guess me and him, we ended up walking together, and then dun, dun, dun. What happened? You want to tell him what happened? Pinche baboso. Okay, guys, before we continue our story, our little story, I'm gonna be inserting pictures on both of the sides of the screen of way before we, like, when we met, and then when we started kind of like, you know, when we got together and stuff like that. And then you guys, as I'm inserting the picture and as the story goes on, we just keep getting jumpy. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be inserting pictures on the sides of like when we first met, and I guess you guys will see the way we looked and stuff like that. But anyways, you guys, that's not where it gets like really messed up. So anyways, let's rewind back. So when we started walking around, we ended up like sitting down together, and if you guys ask me if we kissed, yes we did. Did he know how to kiss? No, he did not.
She didn't know how to kiss.
You guys, he was like, okay, we're not even gonna go. Let's not go into detail. Point, he didn't know how to kiss. He was not a good kisser. Okay, so anyways, after that, you would think that we were, you know, we kept seeing each other. Not. We didn't. We saw each other for how many days?
Like 2 or 3.
I think like 2 or 3 days, you guys. And then the next day that I had gone to school, I was looking for him, and he was nowhere to be found. And then I didn't see him for I I didn't see him for like, was it a year?
Or more.
I think it was like over a year that I didn't see him, and this is why, you guys. I'm gonna be putting a picture right here, and you'll see why. So he ended up going to jail, and he didn't tell me nothing. I don't think we exchanged numbers. I don't even think I had a phone during that time. So yeah, that's it. We just know each other for like 2-3 days. That is how we met. We knew each other for like 2-3 days, and that is it. Never heard of him anymore, right? And then as time went by, of course, I moved on, and he was in jail. And then what? And then they ended up sending me to another alternative center. So like another it was still high school, but it was like another detention center, I guess, for kids that misbehave. So anyways, from that school, after school, I would go down to another high school, to my old high school, and I would get the bus there. And one day, his friend, we're not going to mention names, but one of his best friends had asked me that if I was his homeboy's girl or ex-girlfriend. I was like, no, what are you talking about? But I thought he meant his brother, and I didn't know who that was, so I was like, no. But he meant his friend, his homeboy. And I asked him who it was, and then he told me who it was and his nickname, whatever. And then I said, oh yeah, I knew him. We didn't go around. We're not exes, but I knew him for like 2-3 days, right? But this guy was already saying that we were like girlfriend and boyfriend or something, because that's what he said. No. Anyways, still busted, right?
No.
So anyways, and after that, he told me that he was in jail. So that is when I finally found out that he was in jail, and he ended up giving me his information, and then we ended up writing to each other, and then
I was minding my own business again.
Whatever, and then
when the letter got there, and I was like, orale, shit. I knew I was this good looking.
Shut up. So that's how we started writing to each other. We were writing to each other for a little bit, right? And then I was living in Houston. I lived in Houston, and he was somewhere in jail. I don't know what city, we're apart. But anyways, that's how we met. So you guys, usually when people meet, they meet for like they meet and then they keep meeting. And we met and we like never saw each other again. But somehow that little friend kind of brought us back together, and then I'm not gonna say we were really serious, because I don't really feel like we were, because he was in jail and I was outside, you know what I mean? So, but after that, he ended up, you guys, I was in Houston, and then I lived here where we're at right now, and then he ended up coming out, and then I had my little apartment for a little bit, and then he ended up moving over, and I think after that we.
You know what happened?
Why?
Got out of prison, and then it was like 6 months later. That's when I met you up in the valley, and then I went back to prison.
Okay, so whenever he got out of jail, I told him that I was in Houston.
Big liar.
I wasn't in Houston. I was where we're from, right? I was in the valley, and he was already out, but I was like a little too nervous. But anyways, before we get more into the children, let's talk about our very, very first date. Okay, so our very, very first date. So at the time, I was pretty nervous. He was gonna go pick me up at my grandma's house. At that time, I was staying at my grandma's, and he went to go and pick me up at my grandma's, and I told my brother that I was like a little nervous. Like I just feel a little nervous. So I told my brother to walk me to where he was at the car, and then he ended up picking me up, and I asked my brother to walk me because I was like a little nervous, and then we ended up on the first date. We went to the movies. We went to the movies first, and this guy was like all nervous because he dropped his popcorn. He said he doesn't remember, but I remember. He dropped his popcorn and all that. He wanted to like kiss me and everything, and I was like, stop. So anyways, after the movies, we ended up going to Denny's, and it was pretty late. Well, not late, but it was like, I don't know what time it was, like 9, 10. I don't know, it was in the night already, but it wasn't like midnight. So we ended up going to Denny's. That was our very first date. And we ate whatever. And then you guys, we were driving back to his place, and then we get stopped. We get stopped, and okay, you guys. Before
there's a whole story to it, but we're not gonna.
I'm not gonna say too much details, because I don't want it to be so inappropriate. But me and him did used to smoke out together, and at that time, he did have like a little bowl of, you know, the plants. And so then on our very first day we get stopped, and you guys, the first thing that came into my mind was like, man, like what did I get myself into? Like I don't know. I was regretting like the whole like being with him stuff and everything. I was like, oh man. So we get pulled over, and there was like a little bowl of, you know, the stuff or whatever. And I was nervous because I didn't want to go to jail, and then I just thought it was like I was regretting the whole date and going out with him. Okay. And then when by the time I look over, because he had that little plate where under you or beside you?
I think under the
no, you had it in your lap.
Oh yeah.
He had that little plate and on his lap because
I had just rolled the joint.
Yeah, because we were about to like smoke or whatever, and that was before, you guys. That was like over 11 years ago, right? So we ended up getting stopped, and I got nervous because I knew he had that in his lap. And you guys, by the time I was looking through the mirror at the cop, and by the time I looked over, this guy had already ate the whole thing. I was nervous because we were gonna get caught or something, and this guy was like already eating the whole thing. I don't know, like if this guy is good for me or not. But anyways, you guys, back then I did a lot of stuff, you know, that I don't do right now. So at that time, you know, we're not perfect for each other, but you know what I mean? Like, we were in the same little vibe. So anyways, you guys, so that was our first day. We got stopped, and
I'll tell the story on my channel of what happened with the cop.
Oh my god. So that's what that was our very first date. And then after that, you know, some time passed by. We both ended up leaving from the valley. I don't know if I was in Houston or I don't know, guys.
No,
but
you left 2 weeks after that first date. You left to Houston. No, like a week after that day, you left to Houston.
And then you went back to jail.
After that, 2 weeks later, I went back to prison.
So you guys, again, I literally feel like my whole life with this guy I've been like jinxed or something, like something bad always happens. I don't know why, but I'm still here. So the very first time, like I said, that we met, it was only for like 2-3 days, and then he went to jail. For how long?
We made it for a week the second time.
Then the second time after the date and all that, he ended up going back to jail. And we were only outside, like you were only outside, or we were only together for like what, a week, maybe 2?
In the valley, a week, and then you left, and then 2 weeks later I went to prison.
Yeah, because one of his homeboys, one of his friends called me and told me that he was back in jail, and you know how all that happened. So that is what happened with a little ghetto story of when we met. And then time passed by. We ended up, you know, just, I guess, getting back together after some time. And I was, how old was I? I was 20? Or 21?
When I went to prison, you were 20.
No, second time when you got out and then we came.
When I got out, I was already, what, 23?
23, so I was 22? I don't know. I think I was 21 years old already, and he was 22. He's a year older. I don't know, you guys, but it wasn't around 2011 when we got back together.
That's when I first got out of prison.
I don't know. So it was between 2011 and 2012, I think. I'm not really sure, you guys. But anyways, he ended up getting out. What? So he ended up getting out, and after that, after some time passed and all those little details, we ended up getting together. And then I'm going to be inserting a picture here. I ended up getting pregnant. After like 2 years of being together, right?
2 years.
Yeah, after 2 years, you guys. So this story is not just of how we met, but it's a little bit of our story. We were together already for 2 years, living together, sleeping together. But I guess I just couldn't get pregnant. After 2 years, it finally happened, right? It finally happened, and then we had our first little one, and I would put in a picture here or here. And we had a boy. His name's Jordan. He's 7 years old now. Honestly, you guys, like, if you were to ask me, like, okay, do you guys believe in love at first sight? I don't. Do you? I think he does. No. I honestly think you do.
No.
Maybe not with me, Punk, but I know you do. That's what he says. But anyways, I don't really believe. So our story was not love at first sight at all, because I feel like me and him were kind of like.
I dodged her the first time.
Whatever. So we weren't. Even though, I don't know, because I didn't really consider myself as his girlfriend.
She just fell in love right away.
Whatever.
That's what happened.
I didn't really consider myself as his girlfriend, and I didn't really consider him as a boyfriend. So we were just a thing. Right? We're just like a thing, you guys. Anyways. So we had our first baby in 2014. That's when I had him. I was already 23 years old. And you were 24. And we had him in Houston, right? Yeah, we had him in Houston. His name's Jordan. He's already 7 years old. I'm not sure if I'm going to put a picture of him now, but if you guys check out my videos, you can see him in some of the videos. And then, okay, so we had him I had Jordan in 2014, and like I said, we were trying for like 2 years, and then it finally happened, and it happened in Christmas, right? Like a couple.
We found out in Christmas.
Was it a couple
2
weeks?
days before.
It was a couple days before Christmas, so yeah, you can already imagine how we were, like, very, very, very excited. So after we had our little Jordan in Houston, we ended up moving, and then we ended up here where we are now. And then I got pregnant. So it was, I don't know, for some reason it was like easier now for me to get pregnant. So I got pregnant, like a year after?
A year and a half.
I got pregnant a year and a half after, and then we had our daughter, Aleena. So she is 5 years old now. And then you guys, after I had my daughter Aleena, which is the second baby, after 3 months, you guys, I ended up getting pregnant again, like super fast. I felt like it was so quick. I don't know, that was not planned at all. I've always wanted to have 4 kids, like, ever since I can remember. I think it was like 17 or 18. I already knew that I wanted 4 kids. I've always wanted 4 kids because we were 4. I don't know, maybe that's why. And he still wants kids. He still wants kids. I know, sir. I don't want any more kids. But I guess he's always wanted, like, a lot of kids too. And but the third one, when I had the third one, so I got pregnant. I had the second one, and then right after I had her, 3 months later, I was already pregnant with the third one, right? With Aleena, and my other daughter, so she is 4 years old now, and I will be putting a little picture here of when she was born. After I had my daughter, Aleena, which I had her in 2017, some time passed, and we're not perfect or anything, you guys, but we have been sticking to each other for a very, very long time. I feel like. So we've already been together for 10 years. And like I said, we're not married. Did I say we're married in this video? Okay. So we've been together for 10 years and we are not married. I don't know if we're going to plan on getting married. He wants to get married. I'm the one that keeps holding it off. But I'm pretty sure soon it'll happen. But I just want like something small, nothing big. So anyways, so now in 2020, what are we, 2021, 2020? When I have the baby, 2020?
How the hell you got the baby in 2020?
Not too many kids.
2021.
This video is gonna be a lot to edit, for real, dude.
2021.
Okay, so in 2021, I had my 4th child, and his name is Rogelio Moreno the 3rd.
That's right. That's
so he is currently 6 months. On the 15th, he's gonna turn 7 months, you guys. And that is it for me. No more kids. No more kids. I don't want any more kids. I've always wanted 4 kids, like I said, and I am happy with all of my kids. And I'm so happy that I have 2 boys and 2 girls. even though they fight every single freaking day, right? Every day they fight. But anyways, that is how all of this happened. We'll probably get married maybe soon, one day. One day. To be honest, for me, it already feels like I'm married, right?
In the great state of Texas, after 6 months of being in the same house, you are legally married. It's called common law marriage.
Exactly, you guys.
Say, don't break something that's not broken. Or don't fix nothing that's not broken. Something like that.
Anyways,
10-hour work day, forgive me.
So that was our story. That is how we met, you guys. Like I said, our story is nothing close to being like romantic at all. But anyways, that is our story. Like I said, I don't really want to tell our whole life, but I just wanted to give you like a little, kind of like a little brief story time of how we met and then how we came to like have 4 kids. And right now we live together. We're still together and going for more years. What was that face? Just kidding, guys. But yeah, so we so far everything's so good, you guys, and I'm happy, and I think he's happy. Are you happy?
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, so that was our story, guys. So now we are a family of 6, 4 kids. That's a lot of kids. But we love all our kids, and we both like big families, so we're good with that. But that was our little story time of how we met. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is it for this video, you guys. So for you guys to tell us how you guys met, what was your very first date, and if you guys are still together, or if you guys have any kids together. That would be really fun. So again, subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already, and I would love to have you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.